Chapter 9, Section 1. Translations.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Like, even when like it's small, you just don't use like lowercase a's.
I know.
It's weird.
No, can't answer that. I wish I could. Just, I don't know. Transformation is a change in the position, shape, or size of a figure. Transformation, change in the position, shape, or size of a figure. A preimage. That's your before, or the original. So when you start with, right, the pre-image. The image is the after. Good. And isometry. That's when the before and the after are congruent. I'm just not going to pause it anymore. Thank you, Shahid. Alright, right below problem 1, there's a paragraph there that starts with a transformation. Follow along with me while I read it, please. A transformation maps a figure onto its image and may be described with arrow notation. Prime notation is sometimes used to identify image points. In the diagram below, K prime is the image of K. Image means the after, doesn't it? So K prime is the after of K. And here's what that paragraph means in real words. If you got a triangle that is labeled JKQ, okay, and you transform it over to here, after the transformation, the new triangle is called K prime J prime, Q prime. Okay? And obviously K prime corresponds with the K, and J prime with the J, Q prime with the Q. Clear? A transformation statement could be triangle J, K, Q transform to triangle. Help me. Good. Okay. If you had to name a pair of corresponding sides, JK and J prime, K prime. All right. Another pair of corresponding sides. And one more pair. KQ. K prime, Q prime. Everybody okay with that? Not overly difficult, is it? Okay. On the bottom of page 561, problem 2. Naming images and corresponding parts. In the diagram, EFGH prime is the image or the after of EFGH. What are the images of angle F? Anybody? The image of angle F. F prime, good. Because you can replace the word image with after, can't you? So what is the after of angle F? F prime. What's the after of angle H? H prime, good. What side corresponds to FE? F prime, E prime, right? What side corresponds to EH? E prime, H prime. Very good. Okay? Now, in this description, triangle NID, let's say triangle NID transformed to triangle SUP. Yeah, now they don't use prime notation. So what angle corresponds to angle D? Or I'm sorry, angle N? Good. They correspond to one another. What about angle D? Angle P, good. And side NI corresponds to side? Good. And side ID corresponds to side UP. Fair enough? Very good. Turn the page. Look at the top of page 562. Another definition is a translation. Maps all points of a figure. Maps all points of a figure the same direction. And same distance. Alright, it moves the shape the same direction and the same distance. All points, same direction, same distance. Look at the paragraph just below that definition. Read along with me, please. Diagram at the right shows a translation in the coordinate plane. Each point of the black square moves 4 units right and 2 units down. Using variables, you can say that each xy pair in the original figure is mapped to x prime, y prime, where x prime equals x plus 4 and y prime equals y minus 2. You can use arrow notation to write the following translation rule. Okay? So a translation rule would look something like this. This would mean take every xy value in the preimage and move it 4 units to the right, 2 units down. What I just said is this in how you talk. Watch again for just a second. Stop writing and just look up here. See the cursor? Everything after the translation rule. What this says is to take every xy value in the preimage and move it 4 places to the right and 2 places down. Okay? That's what the rule means. Because when you add 4 to an x value, the x number line goes left and right, doesn't it? In the coordinate plane, or on a coordinate plane, you have an x and y, agreed? You got your y-axis and you got your x-axis. X and y. When you move to the right along the x-axis, isn't it like adding to your x values? Yes, sir. 7:30. Yes, sir. If you want to move up or down, if you wanted to move down on the y-axis, what do you have to do to the y values? You got to subtract from them. Okay? So that rule, add 4 to every x value, means move it to the right 4. Subtract 2 means move it down 2. Okay? Does that make any sense? A little bit? Okay. Watch. Let's take let's say we got a shape. Got a triangle sitting on the coordinate plane, right? And we'll call this A, B, and C. What are the coordinates of point A? Negative 20, 20. And B? And C? Alright, now what if I told you this? And I'm gonna change that for a second. What am I telling you to do? I'm asking you to move this shape to the right 25 units and down 20 units, right? Okay? So today in your assignment, this is what you're going to be given. And you're going to be asked to list A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay? The book says to draw it, but I don't want you to draw it. I just want you to list it. So, if we're going to get A prime, we got to take negative 20 and do what with it? Add 25. So what's going to be the x value at A prime? Good. And the y value? 0. Very good. This means take each xy and add 25 to the x and subtract 20 from the y, doesn't it? B prime is going to be located at? Very good. Does everybody see that? C prime. Negative 15 plus 25 is 10, and is it negative 15? 10, negative 15. Very good. Okay? So where's 5, 0 located? 5 zeros right here? Alright, A prime. 20, 15, 25, right here. There's B prime. C prime, 10 and negative 15. And if you connected them, it's the same image, moved to the right 25 units and down 20 units. Make sense?
Yes.
Does that make more sense than before?
Yes.
And that, oh, no. C prime, right? Get the idea? Okay. In your books, look at page 565 right now. 7 through 9 are pretty self-explanatory. Look at number 10. Read the directions with me while I read them aloud. In each diagram, the blue figure is an image of the black. What can you replace image with? After. So blue is an after of the black. A. Choose an angle or point. An angle or point. So how many do you got to choose? One angle or? Good. One angle or 1 point. From the pre-image and name its image. So the pre is the black, isn't it? Okay. So if you picked point Q, all right, what corresponds to it in the image? Q prime. Good. That's all you have to do for A. Then for B, it says list all pairs of corresponding sides. So how many pairs of corresponding sides do we have for number 10? You'll have 4 pairs, won't you? So you'll write RS corresponds to, right, R prime, S prime. And SP corresponds to S prime, P prime. Agreed? And you're going to do that for each of those 3 problems, 10, 11, and 12. All right? Then on 13, 14, and 15. For 13 through 15, what you should have, what I want you to do is list, for 13, A prime, B prime, C prime. Okay? List the X and Y values based on the translation rule. What are you going to be doing to each X value for number 13? Adding 3 to it, right? And what are you going to do to each Y value for number 13? Adding 2. Good. You see that? And then for number 14, you should have some vertices written in your book in pencil or pen. You should have an E, F, G, and an H. So for there, do you see the translation rule? Good. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to list E prime, F prime, G prime, and H prime. Okay? Same thing for number 15. Any questions on what you're doing today? Yes? You're going to list the new ones. You're going to list E prime, F prime, G prime, and H prime. Whatever vertices are written in there, H, I, J, K, you're going to list H prime, J prime, or H, I, J, and K prime. Okay. Let me show you what it should look like.